What is up, you guys? It is Tarika, aka Isolated Beauty, and I'm coming at you guys with a new video. I'm actually really excited to film this one because yesterday I turned 18. It's a very big deal. Obviously, I'm like an adult. It's kind of scary. It was a very emotional day yesterday for me. Despite that, I had a really good time. My friends forced me out of the house because the day before my birthday I had a show, and I had a show the day before the day before my birthday, and you know, I was really exhausted. I wanted to just lay up in the house, but my friends were like, no. And we ended up going to the zoo, which was fun because it was my first time there. My family got me a lot of gifts and just showed me love, and I greatly appreciate that. I wanted to film a 17 things that 17 taught me because I feel like this past year in my life has just taught me so much, and it really has prepared me more for womanhood than any of the other years in my life. I'm really excited to film this video and share with you guys 17 things that 17 taught me. So if you're feeling this video already, please give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to click that subscribe button if you have not already as well. And yeah, let's get into it. The first thing that I learned was to stay on my path, and what I mean by this is stop trying to do things the way that everybody else is doing it. Stop trying to gain the opportunities that everybody else have, because at the end of the day, your life is your life, and your life is special, and you're meant to go a different way. So other things that I said about this, I said go for it and remain true to myself, and the right people will dig it. Those who don't understand aren't meant to understand, and I think this is something that I'm still working on, because I can be very passionate about something and I'll get upset because people don't see it the way that I do, but they're not meant to. So these seem like more than 17, but this is all one thing. I said that I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to give a reason as to why I am this way. I don't have to tell people what this means. I don't have to explain myself. And I said eventually the ones who tease and taunt you will realize that you are talented. I have seen that so much these past 2 years, but most definitely this year. Like, if you're going through getting mocked and teased because you're passionate about something, or people think that you're enabled to do something, it's a lie, and they just got some stuff to work on. I promise you that it is, because at the end of the day, they're gonna be stalking your page, liking your stuff, sharing your stuff. Living testimony. Soon you'll become a threat, you know what I mean? Like, people will support you because they think that, oh, it's just this cute joke. But when you step your game up and you continue to evolve and grow, and they see that you're actually a threat and you can push them out of your way, it becomes a big deal to them. And it's living testimony, okay? Trust me. And as bad as you want to be mean and laugh at them and be like, oh, so now you rooting for me, don't do that. It's not the right thing to do. Like, I have to tell myself that because I am who I am, you know? I can admit that I'm a petty person. I'm a funny person. I make a lot of jokes. But as bad as you want to be mean and laugh, realize that perhaps they had some growing to do as well, and they are more accepting of what is not typical. So you have to understand things from a different perspective. Like, maybe they had to realize that, hey, she's an artist and this is her artistry, and it's different from mine, but that's okay, because that's what makes art art. That was the first big thing that I learned in 2017. Woo! Jesus, let's not go back there. That is the first thing that 17 taught me. Number 2, never make assumptions about someone's relationship. You are simply on the outside looking in, and no matter how obvious things look in your eyes, you don't know. I'm comfortable like sharing some of what goes on in my love life. I'm really private about stuff like that. This past year, you know, I was in a situation. I kind of got caught up in making assumptions about what was going on in the situation that he was in, and it wasn't okay. Like, just because you see, oh, they're distant, you can't assume that they're broken up. Just because, oh, he talks to a lot of girls and that's not okay in your eyes, you wouldn't want your boyfriend to do that. You don't know what his girlfriend accepts or what she doesn't accept. So you can't make assumptions about someone's relationships. Like, just because he's talking to you, he's flirting with you, doesn't mean that he's supposed to be. And that doesn't mean that, oh, he's broken up with his girlfriend, he wants you next. Like, you cannot make assumptions, because you'll end up getting hurt and disappointed, and you'll end up being in a situation that you have no business being in, or you'll be in a situation that you're settling for, and it's not okay. Karma is a very real thing, and it may not come at you now, but it will hit you. I'm really self-aware, and I'm aware of my mistakes. I'm aware of when I do wrong, and when I have my bad times, I'm like, okay, I remember I did You gotta hold yourself accountable as well. Number 3, remember that temporary feelings and desires have permanent consequences. This can be applied to a lot of things, like something as simple as the food that you eat. Like, let's say I go get some fast food, and I'm guilty, of course. Like, I like my fast food every now and then. That has a permanent consequence because, you know, you might feel it 2 days later because you ate, you know, those fries and that chicken or whatever. Another thing that this applies for is like situations with guys. You choose to do something with a guy, you choose to be in a situation with a guy, that's going to have a permanent effect on you when it's over. Or you choose to do something that you know you don't have any business doing, is going to have a permanent consequence on you, whether it's like good or bad. It can stimulate your growth or it can knock you down, and I've dealt with both of those. So number 4 is adding on to number 3, and I said don't be afraid to do what's on your mind and find that balance. Sometimes, okay, I wouldn't say that I have regrets, but sometimes I wish I was more free with my mind and I didn't think so deep into stuff, and I lived more so in the moment than I thought about the future. And you know, I wouldn't say that, oh, I regret not doing this, but you know, I just want to work on living in the moment more, you know what I mean? But you have to find that balance. Like, I'm not saying, oh, just go be reckless. That's not what I mean at all. Please don't go be reckless. You know, don't be afraid to, you know, have fun and be free and not think so much. Number 5, this is a big one. Listen to your intuition. I've come to the realization that my body reacts to how someone or an environment makes me feel. Every little thing you feel and every little thing happening around you means something. Pay attention and believe the signs. I'm sorry, I typed in like all caps and bold. This is a big one, and I am learning myself, and I realize that I'm very expressive with my body, not just when I dance, but how people make me feel and how an environment makes me feel. Like, I realize when I'm uncomfortable, I tense up or something like that. I'm learning myself, as I said, and I realize that I have to listen to my intuition because something will feel wrong physically, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Not because I don't feel well, but because of the situation I'm in or who I'm around. And like, when I tell you every little thing means something, if it makes you feel some type of way and it's telling you something, it means something. Like, I am telling you guys real life examples. Someone walks by me and I feel a rush of energy come through my body. I know something's wrong or something's going on between that person and the person that I'm interacting with. Obviously, I'm referring to guys as far as that, but just other situations as well. This doesn't just apply to guys. But or you hear a song in a store and that song has some type of meaning in your life or relating to the people in your life, and you hear that song at a weird time and your body starts doing something weird, not necessarily your body, that's just what happens to me, it means something. So just really pay attention and believe what your body is telling you, believe what your mind is telling you. Like, it all means something, and that is a big thing that I learned. I wish I would have listened to it sooner because I probably could have avoided some things, but hey, like, you live and you learn, obviously. Number 6, ooh. Arrogance and pride is gonna get you nowhere but disappointed and defeated. Don't walk in with expectations because of your previous accomplishments. Work hard like everything is always on the line, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay, so I'm talking about dance when I mentioned this point. The year before I went into my junior year, which was my sophomore year, I don't know why I said that so weird, but I accomplished a lot. Like, I did emerging artists, I was finding myself as an artist, and I was getting more comfortable with myself, but I also became very arrogant and prideful, and it wasn't a very good thing. And I realized that I was standing in my way. I was expecting for people to like bow down to me, and it's like, Chica, who are you? Like, you ain't do all that yet. And even if I did do all of that, you shouldn't. The level of arrogance and pride that I had, and it may not have been as severe as I'm making it, but because I've grown, I realized that it was a severe case of arrogance and pride. It was not good. And I really want to do a separate dance talk video on that because I could get way deeper with that, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna keep it short and just tell you to always remain humble and treat everything that you have accomplished and everything that you are striving for, treat it as if it's on the line. And no one's gonna care about what you've accomplished previously because everybody's accomplishing something, okay? So don't think that you're God or something, because you're not. If you would like to see a separate dance talk video on arrogance and pride, I can tell you a lot about that, and I can go way more in depth. Number 7, don't fall in love with potential. This is so important. You can't fall in love with someone who has the potential of being someone else, or you have a vision for a person of what they could be and what they could do, but that's not actually what they are in that moment. Yes, they can be exactly what you envision, but that's not who they are right now. So you can't fall in love with who they are right now because you know who they can be, or you believe that they can be this. And you can't, like, you really can't. Or you can't fall in love with the potential of who you and that person could be. Like, oh my gosh, we can be this beautiful, like, couple, and we can travel this and do this together and build this together. Who you guys are right now, believe that. Don't fall in love with potential. And even don't fall in love with the potential of yourself. Like, make that, especially with yourself, make that potential a reality. You know what I mean? Like, don't just bask in the, oh, I really could be this great. Like, go be that great. Like, yo, like, number 8, he does not have to be your boyfriend for it to be a relationship. A relationship is simply a bond shared with someone else. Obviously, I learned a lot as far as my love life this past year, being 17. I would consider myself young and dumb, of course. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. You're a teenager. Like, you're not supposed to be this serious yet. And I had to tell myself that. When I really look back on my love life, like, technically I've never been in a real relationship. I've only been in, like, situationships. Most recently was the most pure connection that I've ever found with someone. And it was the closest to, like, being in love, I guess, that I've ever felt. And I'm honest enough to admit that. And I realized that, you know, it wasn't a relationship, but it was a bond shared between us two. And that is considered a relationship. And, even though it's over, you know, I learned a lot from that, and I have grown so much from that. And, you know, of course I had to do my healing, and I'm still doing my healing, but you get past it. Sometimes you don't get over it, but you get through it. And that's what I had to tell myself as well. Like, I'm always gonna feel that because it was something I've never felt before, and it was a true understanding and connection. But some people are simply in your life to make you better, and it is what it is. So number 9, ooh, when one door closes, another one will definitely open, one with a more fitting destination. What's meant for you will be yours, and timing is everything. Through my artistic career, well, it is a career, shoot. But through my artistic journey, I prefer to say it like that, I have dealt with a lot of rejection as far as, like, my style and advancing to a next level, and just rejection, you know what I mean? And I'm not just crying wolf or whatever, but it's a very serious thing. All artists go through it. And sometimes I would get rejected, or I wouldn't get an opportunity, and I would just shut myself down, like, I can't do anything, I'm not talented. That's not true. When one door closes, another one will always open. And you may think that that door you want to go through is just the best thing that can happen to you, and God gonna be like, you think this is good? Oh, just wait. And he's gonna place another door in your life. You gonna walk through it, you gonna be like, God damn. What's meant for you will be yours. So yes, you may have wanted that opportunity, but that's not meant for you. No matter how great it may appear in your eyes, God will always have something better. Timing is everything. Like, it may not be for you right now, but that doesn't mean that the opportunity won't come later. These are very important. I'm very passionate about this video because I learned a lot, and I really want to pass that on to y'all. Number 10, this is also important. Okay, how you treat yourself and how you love yourself set the bar for how others will. Self-love is the best love. Tell yourself the things you want to hear. Do what you want others to do. What you want others to do for you, do it for yourself. Don't use people to fill a void. Self-love is a very, very, very difficult thing, and it has become very glamorized by social media and, like, other people, to be honest. And it's not a beautiful thing. Like, if you are digging deep to find self-love and you just enjoying yourself, I'm sorry, you're doing it wrong. Like, self-love is holding yourself accountable for your mistakes and realizing that you have toxic traits too, and fixing those mistakes. Don't make mistakes into habits. Like, self-love is so hard to find, and it's very possible because I have found it, and I had a very, very rough time, like, finding it, believe it or not. I realized that how I treat myself is how others treat me. So I'm not saying, oh, he cheated on me, so I cheat on myself. Like, that's not necessarily true. How you treat yourself set the bar for how others would treat you. So, you know, I really had to do some self-reflecting. Like, dang, you know, I wouldn't say, oh, I hate myself, because I don't hate myself, but I don't love myself to the best of my ability either. So therefore, the men that, not, oh God, not the men, please. Okay, anyways, the boys, let's just correct that right now. The boys that come into my life, they don't love me to their fullest potential because I don't love myself to their fullest potential. And to be honest, none of us are going to love each other to our fullest potential because we have to love ourselves to our fullest potential first. And that's completely understandable. Not saying that love is impossible at this age. That's not what I'm saying, because I truly do believe in it. But, you know, I just know that I have some stuff to work on before I'm truly ready for love. You can't be dependent on people to do some stuff for you, like tell you that you're good enough and tell you that you're beautiful and tell you that you're talented. You have to tell yourself those things, because you can have the most beautiful person telling you those things every day, and when you don't, it's nice to have someone, when you don't believe in yourself, they believe in you. Excuse me. But when that person leaves and they're no longer meant to be in your life and they're just not there, who's going to tell you that you're beautiful? Who's going to tell you that you're talented and you're good enough? And they're gone. And you're like, what? Like, it's a very sad thing. Like, it really is, because I had to go through that. And I learned that I can't use people to fill a void. I can't have them in my life doing the things that I should be doing for myself, because that's not right. It's unfair. And I deserve better. Like, for real. I deserve it from me. Number 11, learn how to support people. Even if there's something that doesn't necessarily align with who you are and the things you are fond of, don't make it about you. Make it solely about supporting that person. I realize that as humans, we don't really know how to support people. And that's okay, because sometimes you don't necessarily understand the situation. So you don't know how to be there for a person, or you don't know what to say because you simply don't know. That's a big thing that I wanted to work on, like learning how to support people, like just learning how to say, oh, I'm here for you, or shoot people a text every now and then, like, hey, how are you? Or, you know, just check up on people. Like, and another thing is, let's say that you have someone and they like to do something that you're not completely fond of, but they invite you to something, like, go just to support. Like, don't make it so selfish and about you. Oh, I don't like to do this. Oh, why did she invite me? Make it about that person. She invited me. This is something that she's passionate about, or he's passionate about, whoever, and they want me there, and that means a lot. You know what I mean? They want you in their presence, and that's a big deal. So I really want to learn how to support people and just show that I'm here and that I have love to give. Number 12, consistency is possible. Not key, but possible. Trial and error is inevitable. The real strength is doing it when you don't want to. So consistency applies to so many areas in my life. And yes, it's a very key thing, but I think that before you realize that it's important, you have to tell yourself that it's possible. Like, it's possible to work out every day. It's possible to have a well-balanced diet every day and discipline yourself. It's possible with dragging yourself out of bed when you don't want to and telling yourself that you're good enough. Like, it's possible to tell yourself those things every day, or live in that mindset every day that I'm good enough and I'm talented and all of the other stuff. So, and the real strength comes from doing it when you don't want to. Like, that is what really shows strength and courage. Number 13, stop making yourself destined to fail before you even begin, by using words like it's hard, and start speaking success into existence, like using words like it's possible and I can do it. As humans, we all do this. We say, oh God, this is so hard. Oh my God, this is so difficult. Oh my God, I can't today. You can't expect yourself to succeed when that's the first thing that you're telling yourself and you haven't even started yet. You know what I mean? And I get it. It's humans, we go from our like gut feeling and gut reaction, and we speak our minds a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. So if I'm tired, I'm like, oh, I'm just tired today. You know, you're gonna express and let that load off. Or, oh God, I can't work out today. I'm just so tired. Like, try before you say that you genuinely can't. You know what I mean? And speak greatness into existence. Like, oh, I'm gonna work out today, or I'm gonna eat something healthy today. And you'll realize that you can do it. Number 14, networking is key. Social media, business cards, know people who are in the game. Learn from them. Nothing will be handed to you. You have to go out there and get it. Let them know that you are here and you have so much to offer. As you guys know, my artistic journey has not been very typical. I don't do what most teenage artists have done, and that's not me bragging. That is me being so real, and I can I am so proud to say that I am the one building up my artistic career brick by brick. And I'm not saying that, oh, people haven't given me things such as knowledge and resources and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I am in control of where the direction I go with my path. And I am so proud of myself to say that I am making the right choices and I have freedom to do what I want. And it is, it's no greater feeling than saying that I am building from the ground up. And that's because I've been networking. I have business cards. Where are they? They're over there. I'm not getting them, but I really want to do a separate video on networking. I have so many video ideas, guys. It's not even funny. Social media. I've been more active on social media, and I've been freelancing around my city. Like, I remember I would tell people, like, my dream is to be a freelance performing artist, and I'm literally doing that right now. And like, I literally have my dream job right now. Like, it may be on a smaller scale. Like, I'm not some big time popping artist yet, but I am doing it in my city, in my home, and that's what matters the most to me first. I said I'm not gonna go branching off until I make an impact on my city and I leave my mark on my city, and I am making my mark, and I am so proud of myself for doing that. It's very important to learn from people who's been there before you, because at the end of the day, they know what's here, what has changed, and what's expected of you. We're all here to share our experiences, so I'm very keen on sharing knowledge and passing on what I've learned to others, and I value that so much. And nothing will be handed to you. Like, nothing. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying that people haven't given me something, but at the end of the day, most of the things that I've worked for, I genuinely worked for, and I went out there and get it, and I was confident and vulnerable enough to put myself out there. And it's a very scary thing. And yes, I made a lot of mistakes, and yes, I failed a lot, but hey, that's what made me stronger. That's what made me a better artist. You have to go out there and get it, and you have to let the world know that you are here and you have so much to offer. Like, no one's gonna walk up to you like, oh my God, you're this person. No, like, you have to say, hey, I'm here. Like, and you have to keep working hard. That's what's going to get people to look at you. Like, yes, you have all the talent in the world. You can do this, this, and this, and this. But who you are as a person and your work ethic, that is what people seem to value the most. And I've learned that. So please just network if you have something that you're passionate about. Talk to people. Let people know that you have a skill and a gift and you're willing to share that, because it deserves to be known. Number 15. I'm sorry. This is so important. It's okay to clap for myself. As you can see by the last point that I made, I was telling myself that I'm proud of myself for doing this, and I was acknowledging my accomplishment. Like, hey, I'm talented. Hey, I can do this, because I can. Like, if I don't believe it, no one else is truly going to believe it. And I have to stop being my worst critic. When I tell you guys, I am so critical of myself, believe it or not. I will literally, like, it's such a dangerous thing how you can be the person living in this body and you can literally, like, break yourself down worse than any other person can. It's a very scary and dangerous thing. And sometimes I do that. Like, I'll look at a video of myself and I'm like, oh, I should have did this, I should have did this, I should have did this, instead of saying, oh, I did this well, I did this well, and I did this well. Like, I'm so quick to point out my wrongs that I don't see all that's right with me. And there's so much right with me, and I'm so blessed, because, like, girls my age, and girls especially where I'm from, this is not the path that I'm on. That's not what's expected of me. So it's a very serious thing to say that I am on the right path and I am doing most of the right things. And I'm not saying, oh, I don't make mistakes, because I make lots of mistakes, but what makes me different from other girls that make mistakes is that I learn from it and I hold myself accountable and I fix it. Oh, Jesus, that was intense. Fix it. Like, whoa. Oh. I said that I have to start praising myself for even the small accomplishments, because those small accomplishments contribute to the big masterpiece of your artistic journey or just your life journey in general. So, yeah, a lot of us, we only think it's a big deal when it's a big accomplishment, when those small accomplishments matter too. So, number 16, we are almost done. Versatility is key. Don't let others box me in, but most importantly, do not box myself in. Throughout this past year of my life, I have become more versatile. I've found my way back to acting, which is, like, so crazy. I do 3 genres of dance right now. I do tap, jazz, ballet, and modern. Well, that's 4, but, you know, tap and jazz is jointed. I'm really expanding upon my artistry. I realized that I can do a lot. I even can do, like, graphics and videography. I can do a lot, and I'm realizing that I have to use all of my talents to contribute to who I am as an artist, because it's God just did it. God didn't give me gifts to just let them sit there. He didn't say, oh, here's a gift. Like someone walk up to you, give you a present, you just gonna let it sit there, or you gonna open it and you gonna use it? Think about that. And I realized that as a performing artist, it's very important to be versatile. So I am working on being able to do more things and express myself in more than one way, because that's what enables a career with longevity. Like, the more you can do, the more you're noticed and the more jobs you'll get. So yeah, and it's very cool. Like, I could just, you know, oh, I do this style, I do this style. Like, it's a very cool thing, and it makes me feel like I'm always have something to strive for. Like, I know I can get better at tap and jazz and ballet, you know what I mean? Like, you just never have, the more you open yourself to doing, the more work you'll always have, and the better you can be, because you're always working. And we are finally on number 17, and it's just simply stay focused. In teenage years, you know, people have this expectation that, oh, you're supposed to be doing this and this, and oh, I bet you've done this. Like, that's not necessarily true. And yeah, I'm not saying, oh, I haven't done teenager things before, because I have, but I know that I'm not on a typical path that a teenager my age would go down either. And that's because I am focused and I know what I want in my life, and I'm willing to sacrifice a typical teenager life for my artistic dreams, because that's what I want. And in order to get the life that you want, you have to stay focused. Like, sometimes you have to sacrifice going to that party or buying that pair of shoes because you have bigger things to worry about, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It just means that you're focused. So stay focused. That was the last thing that I learned at 17, and that pretty much concludes this video. I'm 18. I really hope that you guys like this video, and that just kind of told you more about myself and how I think and how I see the world, or my perspective of life and all of that other stuff. I really enjoyed filming this video. Obviously, you could hear the passion in my voice and the passion in my body language or whatever. But I really hope that you guys like this video. If you have any questions, any additional questions on, if you have any additional questions on anything that I said or anything else, other experiences or whatever, you can ask me down in the comments, or you can message me personally. I don't care. I hope that you guys like this video, and I'm really blessed to see 18 years, and I can't wait to see what 18 has in store for me, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the beautiful, because that's what has sculpted me into the woman that I am. It's so weird saying that I'm a woman, but you know, not quite. I'm at the prelude of womanhood. That's what I want to call this chapter of my life. Yeah, I really hope that you guys like this video. I'm kind of like out of breath right now, and yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.